official name is the Ron and Diane Farb Climb for Cancer Foundation, Inc., but we use the fictitious name Climb for Cancer Foundation.
When my sister was being treated at the Lineberger Cancer Center at the University of North Carolina and took her to infusion, and the chair on each side of her that day was empty. And I asked the nurse if it was a slow day, and she said, no, it wasn't supposed to be. We were supposed to be full today. And I said, well, where are they? And she said, they can't afford to get here. I said, what do they do? And she looked me in the eye and she said, they die. And that hit me like a sledgehammer. And I came home and I told Diane about it, and we said we have to do something about that. So we started paying for the parking, which is now free to the patients and their families, supply the gas cards, and we also supply meal vouchers so that families don't have to eat leftovers off of patient trays. In 2001, I thought I'd try to continue on my quest to do the 7 summits, and decided to climb Aconcagua, the highest mountain in South America, and thought if I was going to do that, possibly people would give me money for that. So my son, who is a graphic designer, designed a brochure. I sent it out to all my friends, and that was the start of things.
When I got diagnosed with cancer, I kind of made a bucket list for myself. One of the first things I wrote down was climb Mount Everest. It wasn't such a goal as in, because I have cancer, I want to prove that I can do this. It was more of just like, kind of like a life goal for me, something that I can, something that I want to do. And I met Ron and found out he had kind of, done the thing that I've, really want to do. Talked to him a little bit about it. Kind of talked to him more about going on a climb. This past summer, I attended a Climb for Cancer up in North Carolina and Virginia. We climbed the 2 highest peaks in each state, and it was about a week-long trip, and we all the members of the team raised, I think it was at least $300 to be able to attend, and I had a good time doing that. I think a lot of people think of it as more of maybe like a symbol of what some people have to overcome through their journeys with cancer. Some people climb smaller mountains, some people have to climb, larger mountains. Like maybe in the case of Ron, he's climbed Mount Everest, and the highest mountain I've climbed was on my Climb for Cancer trip. I think it's a pretty good analogy of what some people have to come. Speaking, as a cancer survivor, it's definitely more of it's a mountain to climb, but I think one way to look at it is that it's possible. It's just the same thing, like kind of with cancer. Like you might get a fatal cancer diagnosis, but you can always kind of get past that and go over it and like come to terms with maybe that you're dying, but make something out of your life, which we see a lot of people end up doing in the end.
I have a difficult time talking about it. With my sister in 2008, she became the first person to climb Mount Kilimanjaro on chemotherapy. And she lives up there now because in 2010 I spread her ashes up there and get a chance to visit her every time I go back. Without a doubt, that was the most special climb. But all of my climbs are special because I'm climbing in honor of or in memory of loved ones every time I go up. I used to wear the bracelet, a little fishing lure bracelet that they give you at Camp Sunshine every year. And every time that on a mountain like Everest that I felt I couldn't go another step, I would look at that bracelet, and I would think about those children climbing Mount Everest every day of their lives, and I would get up and put one foot in front of the other and keep going. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would ever get to Everest. The thing that I'm most proud of for that climb is we raised almost $200,000. So we look for those underserved needs. As Diane likes to say, we fill in the cracks from the big societies and foundations.
A little bit goes a long way with the Climb for Cancer Foundation.
A lot of people feel like they can't donate because they feel like they can't write a big check, $100. But $20 will buy a gas card, and $5 will buy a food voucher. And the money we raise has a direct impact on patients and their families. It's felt almost immediately.